Hi and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm basically going to be reacting to Manchester City, who have unfortunately just done a four-peat. I mean, what can we say, really? What can we say? These guys are just so good, man. They are so good. Pep Guardiola, this is a manager who any football fan, if you're not biased and you're actually being honest with yourself based on what you're seeing with your eyes, you have to talk about Pep Guardiola genuinely being one of the GOATs. He is literally one of the greatest managers of all time, if not the greatest of all time. I mean, what he's done with Manchester City, I know he spent lots of money, I get it. But guess what? Manchester United has spent over $1 billion and we've done nothing with it. Chelsea have spent over $1 billion in that past 2 seasons and look at where they are. It's not just about money. Mikel Arteta, apparently he spent about £700 million. He hasn't done anything so far. Well, he's challenged, so big up to him. But I'm trying to say that it's not just about money. Of course, if you have good players, if you've got lots more money, you get to buy lots more players who have better quality, which makes your job easier to win titles. But it's not just about having big players. Look at the Real Madrid side, which had David Beckham, Luis Figo, Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo for that matter, flipping, what's his name? Roberto Carlos, Zidane, Raul, all these big names. That Galactico side that Florentino Perez assembled all those years ago, they couldn't go on and win a Champions League together. And I think the only thing that they did win was one La Liga, if I'm not mistaken. But it was big stars, but it wasn't necessarily a team. Hence, they didn't win much. Now, what Pep Guardiola has done, he's gone to Man City, of course, got rid of the dead rubber players like Bakary Sagna. When he got there, he said, not fit for purpose, got rid. Guy Clichy, not good enough, got rid. He went there, he found Joe Hart's goalkeeper. He said, no, I want to go ball-playing goalkeeper. Got rid of him. He brought in Bravo from Barca. After a year, he said he's all right, but he's not the levels. Brought in Ederson. He went and spent £50 million. At the time, it was a record fee on John Stones as a ball-playing centre-half. He went and bought good players and implemented his squad. Of course, he inherited the world-class players like David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Yaya Toure, just to mention a few. But the work which he's actually done there has been very good, you know. So I know I'm a Man United fan, so it's not easy for me to be waxing lyrical about Manchester City and giving them praise. But like I always say, in as much as I'm a Man United fan, I'm a football fan first. That's the thing for me. Football is my passion. So if a rival is doing well, I hate it. Guess what? I hate it. It's in me. But I will give them their praise. So I just thought I'd spend the first few minutes talking about how great a job Pep Guardiola has done at Manchester City. Because, like I said, for him to be doing what he's done is just incredible. You know, I think I'm also going to do sometime now, because I mean the season is coming to an end, really. We've got one more game, the FA Cup final on Sunday against the Manchester Derby. So I think after that final, maybe sometime during the week, sometime during the following week, I might do a video on Pep Guardiola as an individual. But even though that's not the case today, I just thought I'd start by talking about how great Pep is, because he is great. But anyways, moving it on to Manchester City as a side, they were brilliant, man. They were absolutely brilliant. They've now won 4 league titles in a row. 4-peat. It's sickening as a United fan, because slowly but surely, Manchester's turning blue. Manchester City, whether we want to admit it or not, we used to call them, under Fergie, we were calling them the noisy neighbours. But guess what? The neighbours have come in and they seem to be taking over the estate. It's like they're running the estate now. We're now the small guys. They're the big guys. I hate to say that as a Man United fan, but what they are doing is unbelievable. Arsenal Football Club, I think since January 2024, They've only lost one Premier League game against Aston Villa at home. But every other game, they either won or drew. The only time they didn't win, they drew against they went to Anfield and got a 0-0 draw, if I remember correctly. They went to the Etihad and got another 0-0 draw. And they lost to Aston Villa. That's 3 games that failed to win this season. Or this year. This calendar year, 2024. Every other Premier League game, they won. But guess what? It still was not good enough to beat Man City to the title. This Manchester City side, I feel like we're getting to a point where if you're going to win the title against this Manchester City side, you need to be flawless. You need to be perfect. I mean, think about it. Let me put it this way, right? To show you how good Arsenal have been this year, or this season rather, they haven't lost a single game against the Big Six. As far as I know, they did the double over Manchester United. They did the double over Spurs. They beat Man City at the Emirates and then drew away at the Etihad. They beat Liverpool at the Emirates and drew away at Anfield. Who else is there? Oh, Chelsea. They smashed them 5-0 just the other week. And then at the Emirates, I think they drew. In fact, at Stamford Bridge, they drew. So, against the Big Six, Arsenal did not lose a single game. And yet, they still couldn't beat City to the league title. This is how relentless these guys are, man. Manchester, the job which Pep and he's doing with his technical team and the players in that team, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. As a Man United fan, like I keep saying, I don't want to be sitting here giving too much praise to Manchester City. But I have to be honest about what I'm seeing. They are one of the best sides I've ever seen. To win a Premier League 4 times in a row ain't easy. That's why it had never been done before. But they've done it. And basically, like I said, it's a shame for Arsenal fans. A part of me wanted Arsenal to win because I didn't want City to do the 4-peat. You know, that's a record which even us as United didn't have. They've gone and broken that one. But basically, I felt like in as much as Arsenal fans are annoying, I'd rather have to deal with them winning it and them running their mouths. But at least the history of the Premier League would still be intact. Because right now, what City are doing is basically turning it into a farmers' league. You can't be winning it 4 times in a row. And also, if you ask me who's going to win it next year, who's to say Man City can't win it again next year? And make it 5 in a row? I mean, at this point, who can stop them? Liverpool got 97 points in the league title. In a season one the other year. They couldn't win the league title. Do you understand this? 97 points in the Premier League. City still beat them to the title. I don't know if that's the year which they got 100 points or they got 98, but City still beat them to it. Last year, last year to be fair, it was more of Arsenal bottling it than City being brilliant because Arsenal were top of the league for 93% of the season. But there's just this thing, man. Once it hits January, from January until May, you just know Man City is going to win at least 98% of their Premier League games. They don't lose. They don't lose. Especially, so if you're trying to win this league title, basically, when you come against a club like Man City, you need to have, I don't know, a flipping 15 to 20 point lead over them come January the 1st. Because if you're like, 8, 9, 10 points ahead in Jan, trust me, they're catching you. They're catching you. They are so good, man. They're so good, but it sucks as a United fan, but it is what it is. I guess congratulations, but nah, screw that. They've got 115 charges. So I'm going to use that as a stick to beat them. Yeah, that for me does put a bit of a dent on their 4-peat, but I will be honest, it's a remarkable achievement on their part. So yeah, City have done it again. Arsenal, I guess you guys can join Liverpool fans in terms of pain because Liverpool fans know very well how it is to be in a league title race with Man City. I think it's unbearable. They're something else, you know. But yeah, that's that. Manchester City have won the Premier League title for the 4th year in a row. Arsenal finished 2nd. They gutted. One thing I will say is I'm a bit happy that I don't have to deal with their annoying fans. Even though I wanted Arsenal to win, but City have won. But people are more focused on laughing at Arsenal, you know? So I guess that's the only plus. We don't have to deal with Arsenal fans. So it is what it is. Liverpool finished 3rd. Jurgen Klopp going out like a wimp. I mean, We were told this guy's going to go out with a flipping quadruple. There's no quadruple, so we love to see it. What else? Who finished fourth? Villa. Big up Aston Villa. Unai Emery, what a job he did with Aston Villa. Getting them to qualify for the Champions League finals. For the Champions League for next season. Of course, they got smashed yesterday, 5-0. Yeah, but doesn't matter, man. Those guys were on the beach. They're celebrating. Half the players were probably even drunk. I don't even know what starting 11 they fielded, but I'm not even sure. Some of them were even sober or anything like that. You know, they're celebrating, man. They qualified for the Champions League. And they deserve it, so congratulations to them. Spurs won yesterday as well, so they get to finish 5th, which means they'll play Europa League football. Of course, there was a chance. If Spurs had beaten, if Spurs had beaten Man City during the week, Spurs would have gone above Villa, I believe. Especially because they won yesterday as well. I think it was a 3-0 or something like that. Spurs won and Villa lost. So if Villa had lost both of their last 2 Premier League games and Spurs had won their last 2 Premier League games, Spurs would have been on top. They would have qualified for Champions League. But obviously, for obvious reasons, they didn't qualify. They're in the Europa. Chelsea even qualified for Europa League. They finished 6th. So, I mean, United are down bad, bro. The fact that Chelsea are above us, it's so bad. We're so bad. Like, Chelsea are above us now. They finished 6th. Newcastle finished 7th. So that's the one positive I took from yesterday. United weren't able to basically finish above Newcastle, because if we had finished 7th, that would have meant that we qualify for the Europa Conference League. And to be honest, like I've been saying, I wanted nothing to do with that Conference League. It's useless. It's a rubbish trophy. I want nothing to do with it. If anything, I'd rather we don't even quite get Europe next season. Let's just get a new manager, new players, you know, give enough, because when you don't have Europe, it gives the manager time to actually spend enough time in the training ground, try to implement their style, you know, do their thing. Also, De Zerbi got sacked, or rather, he's agreed to leave the club, mutual agreement. So you never know, is he going to Bayern? Because Tuchel has already said that he's leaving Bayern. Is he going to Bayern? Is he looking for the Man United job? I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, Man United basically have not qualified for Europe this season. We finished 8th. Our lowest ever finish post-Fergie, I believe. There were just some shocking stats, man. Shocking stats. Also, I'm going to be doing a video on Erik ten Hag tomorrow, specifically on him. I'm going to bring up all the stats and telling you how I feel and what I think should happen at the club. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I thought I should, because I saw when I didn't go live yesterday, people were basically asking me, why aren't you live? Why aren't you congratulating Man City as usual? Because I usually have my live sessions on Sunday night, but yesterday I was out partying, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I said, screw it. I said, I'm not about to watch Man City do the 4-peat. I'm going out, I'm gonna have a good time, which is exactly what I did. So I don't regret it. But yeah, I'll be back throughout the week. I'll be bringing you nice content. Tomorrow, like I said, if all goes according to plan, I'm gonna do a video on Erik ten Hag. I'm gonna drop it on the channel, and you guys can finally understand my thoughts or how I've been saying ten Hag needs to go. But other than that, yeah, that's me, and that was my thought. I thought, like I said, I should congratulate City on winning the title 4 times in a row. Remarkable achievement, in as much as they achieved 115 charges and that. But yeah, anyways, like the video if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the channel. Share the video as well. Let's keep the people. I see the numbers are going up as well for the subscribers. Let's keep subscribing, guys. Come on. If you're in group chats, just share the link to the channel in your group chats. Let's get people to subscribe. Let's grow the channel even bigger. You know, I'll be bringing you a lot more content even now during the summer. Just because the summer is coming doesn't mean I won't bring you content. I'm gonna bring you good stuff. So like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.